Man United Agenda family, this is Rebel here with a short takeover news update during my tea break, so bear with me for this. You're very welcome to this Wednesday morning tea time edition of the Man United Agenda. I am Rebel, and before I get into today's takeover news, I just want to remind you all that we do have merch now. Man United Agenda merch store is up on your screen, and you can get yourself one of your very own Man United Agenda mugs. So if you do want one, please do check out the website linked on the screen, and it is also in the description of this video. Thank you very much to our partners here in the Man United Agenda store. But this morning we had reports circulating. Last night, the Scandinavian bidder has pleaded with the Glazers to accelerate the process, and he's seeing he's seeing delays in the process that are unnecessary. He has called out their intentions and basically cast aspersions as to what exactly they're trying to achieve. But then this morning, we have reports circulating in various news outlets that Qatar and Sir Jim Ratcliffe will refuse to increase their bids from what they submitted in round 2. Now, what do we know at this point? We know that the deadline for round 3 is supposed to be at the end of April. That's 2.5 weeks. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think it takes 2.5 weeks to put a figure on a piece of paper and submit it into the RAIN agency. Because let's face it, all the paperwork with regards to the plans for the stadium, the plans for this, the plans for that, that's all submitted. And when you put it down in black and white, the Glazers don't care about that. That is an issue between the prospective new owner, the FA, and all the standards and fitness that they have to go through in order to get the club. So why do they need an extra 2.5 weeks to get a figure put on a piece of paper? And now, with the main bidders reportedly suggesting that they will not increase their bids, where does that leave Manchester United Football Club's sale process? Because the summer transfer window is rapidly approaching, and our plans will depend on the outcome of this sale process. I want to say a very good morning to Vincent Bullock. You're very welcome. Now, lads, this will be a very short stream because I am doing it during my tea break this morning. But I want to know what you think of these reports. Firstly, of the Scandinavian bidder calling out the Glazers' intentions during the sale process by adding a third round of bidding and saying that it is an unnecessary delay. And then on top of that, reports of Qatar and Sir Jim refusing to increase their bids from what they've already submitted. There was a tweet from Gary Neville last night that apparently the current bids that are on hand would yield £1 billion per Glazer. That is a phenomenal amount of money and a massive profit on their endeavour from when they took hold of Manchester United Football Club. Colin is saying apparently there's a due diligence deadline this Friday. If you have any more information on that, please do drop it in the comments column. I'd much appreciate it. Glenn, the proprietor of our Man United Agenda merch store, I will take the opportunity to plug it once again. You can get your own Man United Agenda mug on the link in the screen, and it's also in the description of this video. So thanks very much to Glenn for all his work there, providing us with the Man United Agenda mugs. But coming back to the business at hand, it seems that the announcement of a third round of bidding has pushed a lot of the fan base too far. We've seen the announcement of a protest already that's going to take place at the end of the month at one of United's home games. We're seeing people calling out the Glazers for unnecessarily delaying the process because at this stage, they surely do know, if they are any sort of businessman, where each bidder will go how much they could push them in terms of getting a bit more. And it looks like, at least in terms of the reports for the two main bidders, that they are not prepared to be pushed any further, that they have offered what they believe is a more than fair value for Manchester United Football Club, and it has fallen on deaf ears. What I would like to know is, do you think that the Glazer family is just throwing out the dice one more time just to see that if they'll get lucky and get a further increased bid, or are they actually so out of touch with reality that they believe that they can get an additional amount of money? Now, as I said, this is a short stream because, unfortunately for Rebel, he does have to go to work, back to work in the next 5 minutes. So if you have any final comments on this issue, please do drop them in and we will get through them. Other than that, there is no further news at this point. Man United Agenda will be back later on at around 7 o'clock, I think. It possibly could be the preview for the Europa League match, but we will confirm that later on. Colin, you're saying this was asked for by a few parties, so the winner of this eBay auction, Manchester United, can skip that process because it's already been completed. Ultimately, the final sale is going to be quicker. So what you're saying is they're kind of putting the cart before the horse in a way and looking to get part of the process done for everybody that is in contention. And that way then, once the two money grabbers decide that they've got enough coin, they can leave. That is very much an interesting point. And I agree with you there, Glenn, on your thought process with regards to the Glazer family. But that is where I'm going to leave it for this morning. I just wanted to bring you that update. So please do continue to give us your comments after and we will come back to you on those thoughts. But I have been Rebel. This has been a very short Man United Agenda tea time update. But let's keep our eyes on this, and hopefully Manchester United Football Club can return to doing what we do best, and that is competing for trophies. Thank you, and we'll talk to you later.